Okay, get ready for Tumbleweed. Here we go. We are going to start off with this because Leslie Dansinger is in this one. It happens to be before Tumbleweed. This should be after Tumbleweed, but it was all set wrong. So anyway, in 4 seconds you will see Leslie Dansinger. These are pictures of Tumbleweed. There's Leslie Dansinger, right there. These are pictures of Tumbleweed from 59, 60, 61, and 63, I believe. But don't hold me to it. Don't hold me to it. It's 8mm. It's old. So this is it. You don't like it? Turn it off. Just kidding. You would never turn it off. You can't turn it off. But anyway, this is it. From years ago. Years ago. But I will try and make this the best it can be. There's my friend Ronnie Goodmark, who came up to see me. Whoopee you. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. 1 second. Okay, here we go. Oh, lost the horse head over there. That's no good. Okay, whoop. That is my horse, One Eye. One Eye caught an infection, turned to pink eye, and without care, he went blind. Isn't that special, huh? Learned a lot of things up there, and like I said in one of my posts, I don't have to be repetitive. My dada. The old barn. A lot of you people never even saw the old barn, but there it is. I like the old barn. The old barn was really good. I enjoyed that. Definitely did like the old barn. There's the back of Cleo Alvin Collins, C.A. Collins, right there, walking over by me. C.A. Collins from Oklahoma with Dusty Rich. Oh boy, well, my poor baby, huh? Yeah. I felt very inadequate not being able to help him. C.A. Collins, Cleo Alvin Collins, Stillwater, Oklahoma, or Mud Creek, Oklahoma. And that's Happy. For all those of you who wanted to see Happy, there he is. She is. I don't even know if it was a he or she. But this is my first year up there. Evidently, I was in bunk 7. Where Gary and Steve Friedfurter like to fight and wreck the place. Great days, great days. Best part of my life. Well, a lot of good parts of my life. Friedfurter is first, me second, Marty Manis third. That was Friedfurter's horse Stony that year. Stony took me for a ride from the Apple House till the second stone wall past the Double Meadows, and he was nice enough to stop on his own. I really did appreciate that stop, because I had some concerns about going on because I wasn't stopping that horse. A lot of these horses came up with mouths of steel, so ruined, so overused and abused. They had no feeling in their mouth whatsoever. Totally dead mouth. Dusty Rich is on the left. Can't remember his name on the right. But that was Dusty. There's me. Billy Bumpkin is behind me. That's how Bumpkin got his name, Bumpkin, from Billy Bumpkin. They just stuck with the horse. I believe it was Billy Bumpkin. And there, I believe, is Ronnie Golofsky. And the pickup riders are supposed to ride next to those guys so they can jump off on the pickup riders. There is Steve Friedfertig on Bumpkin. And nobody seems to be. We only got one horse. They only got one horse to buck, and the outriders are right there. Good job. Dusty Rich coming out of chute 3 on Sidewinder. My father thought that was me. It's not me. So one of you people out there, it's got to be you. And there you are. Boots and saddles. Everybody's hustling. Ronnie Golofsky was there last, and everybody had trouble putting on their saddles, but Golofsky got on Jughead and won the contest. There's me doing the poles on my half-blind horse. He was a good little horse. Great for a 14-year-old. Don't know who that is. Steve Friedfertig on Stony. And this is the older group, the first year I was up there. I think Gary was the guy riding next to me. Not totally sure. But just seems to ring a bell, Gary. I'm looking for Teddy Meltzer. Whoop, there goes Ronnie Holzman, almost ran that guy over. There's Marty Manis on that little paint. We're going to do a flag exchange now, when the opposite riders exchange flags. Well. Ricky Burton, that was the tall, thin Ricky Burton from Brooklyn riding Misfit. Not the Ricky Burton from Ohio, Chicago, or wherever it was up there in that crazy, godforsaken place, Ricky. Marty Manis is right there on that little paint. Next to me is, boy, Marty Manis and Stephen Brodsky. Wow. If you take Evelyn Wood, you might be able to figure out who you are. Oh, next year, that's my horse Blackfoot. Happened to be the fastest horse on the ranch that year. Marty Manis had the second fastest horse on the ranch with Troy. And Ronnie Holzman had the third fastest horse with Carryback. First year was co-ed. Only thing better than Tumbleweed was Tumbleweed with girls. You bet. Tumbleweed with girls. That in the pink pants there, I think, is Chris Frankel with a back to you. Just when you thought Tumbleweed couldn't get any better, they added girls. Ronnie Holzman right there on Carryback. Patty O'Connell right there. I don't remember the name of her horse, but that's me. Marty Manis is behind me. Chris Frankel is behind Marty. And, oh, baby. Oh, my poor little buckskin Blackfoot had a dislocated shoulder for a while. We were going on an all-day ride. I don't know if anybody remembers that. But somebody had a runaway, and Marty and I took off after it down the road, going down to Westkill. The runaway stopped, and Marty and I kept going down the dirt road, tar road, right on the flat top. I thought we were going to die. I'm yelling at Marty, stop your horse, because my horse's mouth was like iron. He went to pull his reins, and the curb chain came off. We're just running down the road like a race. I mean, I thought we were going to die. I can't believe it. But I crashed into Gail Siska, knocked her off a horse, knocked her under a horse. I thought he was going to die. And dislocated his shoulder. I had to walk him home, and everybody went on the all-day ride. But it was a hell of a ride, I'll tell you that. Jeez. Scared the bejesus out of me. And nothing much scared me in those days. I remember it like it was yesterday. Those are the Jonas twins? Bull whips and ropes. Sherry Goldman from Westbury, New York, doing the polls. We hung out that year. She was a sweet. Yep. There's Gary Stoyer on Hole in the Head. Throwing a little kick right here. Whoop, right there. And Gary looks at me and smiles as only Gary can. Gary had the greatest smile in the world. Talk to him all the time. Talked to Marty just last week. Talked to Ronnie Holzman. John Smiler is right there. Right there with the horse with the, whoop, with the noseband. Sheepskin noseband right there. Shine, I think that was you, buddy. Jimmy Orpheus was in the black hat. Yeah, those two horses right there running down the road like it's a match race. On the blacktop. Jeez, talk about, man, I thought we were going down. Had to ride that horse with 3 saddle blankets. Had to cut him out to get his withers so they wouldn't rub out. Had withers like a camel. Ronnie Holzman, Andrea Mindlin. The parents of the backstabber. Oh, there he is, the backstabber. OJ's made a song for him. Oh, did I say that? Oh, I'm so sorry. Just mute that. Got that guy a job up there. Introduced him to Chet, became the lifeguard, and then on Sadie Hawkins night, he tells Chet, I'm up in the cabin with Marty Manis and 2 girls I will not name to protect their reputation. But imagine that, your best friend telling Chet you're up in the cabin. How about that? Les Levy. Well, don't be fooled by the darkness of this movie. It's not your camera, it is the movie. It's very dark right here. Old 1958 millimeter camera or something, I don't know. Well, look at the cars, then you can tell how old they are. Probably half your kids never even saw those kind of cars. Well, I forgot his name. He was a nice kid. I liked him, and I can't remember his name. Next year, Bongo, my favorite horse, and I'd like to thank Patty O'Connell for getting bucked off him, and she didn't want no part of him, so I took him. I got up there late, and he was there all by himself waiting for me because nobody wanted him. Ha ha ha. Fastest horse on the ranch that year. As a matter of fact, Chet was boasting about his brother. I forgot what his brother's name is. Coming up in the middle of August with a quarter horse called Joker B. And we were having a match race and everybody was just waiting for that day. He was just talking about how that horse was going to blow our doors off. Yeah, well, Bongo just left him and left him and left him. Every stride was pulling out on him. I don't know how this horse got on the truck. Every once in a while, something like that gets on the truck by some kind of mistake. I don't know what happened there, but I wanted to take him home with me, and it broke my heart to leave him there. Broke my heart to leave them all there. But Marty Manis is right there, and that's how I ended up with my slew. When I met Slew, I bought him for every horse I could not rescue with Tumbleweed. And it turned out to be the greatest horse on the planet. You cut that horse's mane, wash him up, put a couple of 100 pounds on him, and you've got yourself a prize there. You've got yourself a prize. But he was just like riding a rocking chair. I mean, geez, he was just comfortable. There wasn't a thing he couldn't do. I do not think this was rodeo day or parents' day. I believe my parents came up early or late. I'm not sure what happened. Hey, what's that? What's that? The hell was that? Get out of here. I'll let it come on this tape. Crazy? Nope, it's dark. Well, if the camera had a light switch on it to make it brighter, I don't think my father knew where it was. It sure wasn't autofocus. I'm going half blind looking at this. Okay, everybody turn your head. No looking until I tell you to look again. I don't want you to see him limping. I didn't know he was hurting. Never would have rode him. No indication, but I did stay off him for a week or so. Maybe turned an ankle that afternoon, I don't know. But he had a lot of heart and you never knew it in his ride. So stop looking and I'll tell you when it's okay. I told you to stop looking. All right, go ahead. Don't say nothing bad about me though. It's not my fault. I had no idea. It hurts me every time I watch this. Jesus. I don't know if he stepped on something, twisted, I don't know. But I did not ride him after I saw this. And of course, Les did it after these pictures because he never would have been in these pictures. You know, I don't want you to think I'm the kind of guy that when you stick a knife in me, I'm going to be nice to you for the rest of your life. The rest of your life. So. Hey, what is that? Look where they went in 30 years after this. If this was 62 or 61, look where they went in 20 years after that with cameras. Just scary. My baby Cindy. Anybody know the name of this dog? I forget it. Was it a ranch dog? I don't know. I don't know whose dog that was. I think is that Woody? Was his name Woody? I don't know if that might have been Woody. I don't know. He might have been the Wrangler. I can't see. Could have been Woody. That's it. Visiting with the parents are over. My little Cindy. Smartest dog in the world right there. Understood English. Yeah, it's the only car there. The old barn was great. Loved that barn. Oh, this is the next year. This is my last year. My horse's name was Nervous. Ricky Burton remembers Nervous. Hard to put shoes on that bad boy. Fastest feet in the world, would kick you before you even had a chance to move. Now during, this was rehearsal, I believe, for rodeo. Now somebody gets off a horse here, a kid gets off a horse and breaks his ankle. If you are that kid, well, you're on tape and here it comes because you're about to break your ankle all over again in your mind. That's not it. It's coming right now. There it is. And that's you, if you can remember it. I don't know who that kid is. Does anybody know who that kid was that broke his ankle? This is either 63. I believe this is 63. 1963. What a wonderful year. It'd be nice if I could put background music to this, but, you know, instead of just broke his ankle. Somebody should have taught him how to get off a horse, right? Phew. Just kidding, just kidding. My mule. My mule nervous. Jesus. Certainly looked like a half a mule. Look at that face. Look at that face. I love that face. I don't think much is going through his head. Other than through his ears, I think, air or something. Almost looks like the state of Texas on. Oh, should have gone back to Texas. Blossom. Blossom the baby blossom. Wow. Unbelievable. Oh, sorry about the sirens, folks. I'm up in the New York area. Actually, I'm in Edgewater, New Jersey right now. Just came out of Manhattan. Getting ready to go back to my farm because I can't stand it up here. Well, sorry didn't get a chance to see anybody. There's the catch pen. There's copper. That is copper. Big sorrel with white blaze and white on the sides. John Smiler and me. See how things brighten up, darken up, brighten up. John Smiler. Practice for the rodeo. Practice for Parents' Day. It's very dark. It's not your screen. This is the best I can do, folks. It's better than a hot poker in the eye, so don't say nothing. I'm trying. These guys were from Massachusetts, I believe. There's Chet on. And those guys, Arnie, one was Arnie and Bob. This horse was such a dumbass. It's terrible. If I didn't know it was me, I wouldn't even know it was me. I probably would. I think one guy was Arnie. That was Arnie right there. Arnie. And right there it's Bright. Go figure. I don't know. Don't ask me. My father must have been hitting the wrong buttons. Nope, that's it, folks. You don't want to see my army, but that's boot camp. Well, I want to thank you all for watching, and this is Tumbleweed Post signing off.